is Pimp Americus Takosha, Roller Skate Master Spark, Honeymoon, and this. Shoot, I can't see right now. It's okay. So, how y'all doing today? Hope everything is good. Today was right up. This is social psychology. It's a book called Social Psychology. What is that about? I mean, on a 24-hour day, would you pick up that book to say, what does social mean? And what does psychology mean? And how and why is it so in this port or port location? Why is it being used? And this is not something that we talk about in a 24-hour day. We may see this every 6 months, every year, depends on classes and stuff like that. But on a day-to-day, somebody is utilizing this knowledge, and this is the knowledge that we must regain and create other sciences. It's not a hard thing to do. Who am I? Depends on who you look at. Depends on what it is who I represent. I represent who I am in many forms. So for me just to come at you black, it's not going to work. Because everybody is special and everybody's different. Just like you got the 4 winds. 4 represent culture. You got different things in the timeline that demonstrated a kickoff, a spinoff, a 6, a WAP, a joining, a separation, a renewing. So today we're talking about social psychology. So we're gonna read a little bit about it. Okay. And then we even talk about the name, who wrote the book. We just ain't gonna dive in it. We could, but we're not, and we're not gonna do that. We're gonna find out before you read a book, find out who made it. Who's the author? Who wrote the book? Why read half a book? And you don't even know who wrote it. And that's why it's taking so long to establish, you see, to establish a rapport, a relationship with the many. Roller skating, yeah, that was, very important for the mission that I personally had to get involved and I had to get out. When I was in. I took it over, snatched it. So that's not fair. That's not fair. It's fair, but it's fair. Fear is fear. Fair is fear. Okay. So now it says this is the 11th edition of social. 11. They made 11 books on this stuff, and it's the first one I knew about, and you knew about. Today, I had a discussion with Shabazz. To be Shabazz, put it that way. And we were talking about time and how time is converted into energy if you can get people motivated, if you can teach them, if you can train them, so you build a movement and you call it a train. They see it moving, they want to get on it. They want to get on it. They want to ride. Because there was already talk about the amusement park, the different things within the city that they can do. They can bump cars. They can go up and down, They can throw darts. They can shoot, Places like Six Flags. What is Six Flags? 6 by 6. 6. What does 6 represent and why 6 Flags? Is it 666? That's their thinking. Is it our thinking because they wrote it and they compared to the 666 as them for them to be who we are and switch it up? And people don't know they coming or going. They don't know if they coming or going. Big shout out to Robin. Why did? Because I went like this. Robin had, I say, if I say humongous, abnormal, different, strange, noticeable eyes. Robin, Lawton. Yeah. But maybe they don't even want to call it Springfield Lawton. We still call it Lawton. So this is the 11th edition by David Myers. David. What does David mean? You're the King David in the Bible. Find out. What does the word David mean? This is how we think. So you sitting there, yeah, I'm down, I'm doing, I'm with the groove, I'm with the groove, yeah, I'm with the groove. Yeah, no, you're not. Stop trying to convince me it's not going to happen. Because the things that you do, the things that you say, it don't matter to success. Come to success was the thing for the prayer, for the affirmation, for the exercise of that which they call spiritual because they don't know what to call it. They make up, okay? Yeah, they don't know what to call it. So we know David Myers once again weaves an inviting and compelling narrative that speaks to all of your students, regardless of the background or intended major. So social psychology is available to instructors and students in traditional print format as well as online by McGraw-Hill's Connect Society. Very smart. Okay, so learning is earning. Earning, if you misplace, then learning will get you to earn. And then you be in the, with the N, you be in the now, and the EAR would be your ear. That you, the list or end of a list when somebody say, projecting, articulating a tone that you recognize, and then you put it together with syllables, and then you get the image of what they're trying to relate to you or the story that they so they paint a picture in your mind. We don't need that no more. They can have that. They can have everything that they was, so all this stuff, they can have it. I'm bringing out the facts so you would go and know the facts. Once you know the facts, then you're dealing with ontology. That means that that 360 degrees nose thing you got to think, if you pull this way, no, we pull this way with that nose thing. Yeah. Okay. And when you look at it, you see they got a nose ring in. What do it represent? I don't know. I do not know. There's a lot of words that they don't even know what they mean. So we don't reduce it, and I was gonna say 65 days, 50 days, whatever. I would say 25. I say 25 more days. So gender and mating preferences, noting the worldwide persistence of gender differences and aggressiveness, dominance, and sexuality. Evolutionary psychologist Douglas Kenrick, 1987, suggested, so now he want to throw something in the game. So he suggested, what did he suggest? As have many others since that, we cannot change the evolutionary history of our species and some of the differences between us are undoubtedly a function of that history. Evolutionary psychology predicts no sex differences in all those domains, in which the sexes face similar adaptive changes. Both sexes regulate heat and sweat. The two have similar taste preferences to nourish their bodies, and they both grow calluses under their skin meets friction. But evolutionary psychology does predict sex differences in behaviors relevant to mating and reproduction. Consider, for example, the male greater sexual initiative. The average male produced many trillions of sperms in his lifetime, making sperm cheap compared with eggs. If you happen to be an average man, you will make more than 1,000 sperms while reading this sentence. Moreover, while a female brings one fetus to sperm while reading this sentence. Okay, so psychology is a study of the psychic, the thinking, and how to persuade people to think your way. So if they get the facts with the right conditions, the right environment, if they put you in a hostile environment, you have to get tougher or you will fail. So what I'm stating is your environment is going to help you make the decisions of your survival. Now, when you're not unified, collective, and that's what this is. This is the division, separation, sectism, separation. You do you, you do you, you do you, and everybody doing it, and we hear where we come from. Our Father who art in heaven, where he at? He sends people, okay, but the message that he sent, is that the message that we're hearing? Or is it a higher frequency in that message that people say that they got is true to them, but is not, is not what it is. So now, the situation is, who the hell is you? No, see. The situation is that we all have a job to do. And in that job, it's a beautiful thing. And you're going to see me go through many phases, changes, because I'm not the same person you thought I was, and you never really knew me. And the things that you thought about life, and you seen somebody, and it kicked off in you, that was your thoughts. That wasn't reality. That was an imagination, figment of your imagination, a misfigure of your thinking, error and judgment. And that's why you can't get over it. I'm not going to get over it because there's nothing for me to get over. I'm going to talk about it because I'm going to be about it. This is what I do. My life is public. Public. So it's public. Your life is public. Talking about pubic, private parts. Come on. People got into CNA for many different reasons. We leave it at that. So, He says doing which comes naturally. Compare and contrast of evolutionary psychologists and psychologists working from a social culture perspective seek to explain gender variations. That's the same thing I'm saying. If they put you in a hostile situation, you're going to be a little hostile, you'll be rough or tough or whatever. They put you in the country, you're going to be like the country. They put you in the inner city, you're going to be the inner city. Is your surroundings. That's one factor. Now, who you with while you in those surroundings, or who you meet that can help you to get over and not get sucked into that particular mode. So he said, well, you know what? I see something I like. I'm gonna scheme on that to get that, to marry that. I want that. I want that. Want not for nothing. Fast. Take your time. Take your time. See, I had to live with experiences. So I created situations in my travel, or I should put it this way, travel. Because people know we travel a long time. They say it was a short road on a long time, or a long road for a short time. But we get into this. So psychology, you need to learn the sciences. And we'll go through a lot of different sciences about what's going on. I just got some vegetables, bell peppers, fresh, jalapenos. You know, this is what people do. They grow food. If they have enough for the winter time, if they have extra that they can ask, people need, people want, people accept. Sure, thank you very much. Beautiful thing, you know. They said if I don't peel a cucumber, they may be bitter. But actually, I'm gonna utilize these seeds because they grew for him, they should grow for me. So I'm gonna take my time, and I'm gonna film it. Yeah, I'm gonna set it up, take it, cut it out, and then plant it. Find out exactly when they should be planted. You know, I have to learn this farming. You know, farming is collecting the codes. It's decoding the messages we're getting, the particles from the sun. It's there in chlorophyll. It's growing. We need to go ahead and gather it up. We need that. We need everything. We have multitudes of people. We have a way to get it done. It's like in Egypt. They didn't claim to be Egyptian. Joseph didn't claim to be Egyptian, but he was there with trust and believe. With the people right. The writers, that's not the way it was. Far from it. So we got that. I'm going to, I'm going to do that. And you know, say, why don't you do it right now? I'm not going to do it right now. I'm going to just take a little bit of this stuff and chill. I hate to cut it off, but that's the process. So you're like, what is the process? And you already know. If you don't know, you better ask somebody. If you got to ask somebody, you ain't really a true member. If you are a member, you should know the drills. You should have your pen and paper. You should be able to go ahead and communicate.